is my husband Steve, and this is our dog Moon. Welcome to our home.
We're in South Minneapolis at 4137 Harriet. We love our home, but we have a lot of work to do. Let's get our DIY experience started. Come on in and take a look. As you can see, when we moved in last May, we painted all the rooms of our home. My wife's an experienced decorator who loves antiques. I can't say the same myself, but she does a great job.
Thanks, Steve.
Sam, why don't you finish walking us through the rest of the house?
Yeah, well, like Steve said, this is our entryway, and this is a cubby that we restored this like a couple months ago, I think. And I think it turned out pretty well. And then over here is our living room, where we have a lot of new and old things, and Steve and I have kind of struggled with finding a balance, but I think we worked it out with having just enough antiques and just enough new things. So that's our living room. And then over here is our dining room, which we love. There's lots of things in here that have a lot of sentimental value and cool memories, lots of pictures of our families, and antiques, which are lots of fun. So,
Sam, talk a little bit about the picture wall, because that's something that's very important in your family.
Yeah, well, the picture wall came from my mom. She has a lot of pictures in her home, and just one wall in particular that she has lots of pictures on. So I wanted to do the same thing here. So it was really important to me to do that.
And as we walk through the house, you'll see that there's a lot of parts to this house, since it's almost 80 years old, that are worn out. These windows don't really keep the heat out. We end up putting plastic up during our cold winter months here in Minnesota. So there's certain things that have been redone, and there's certain things that need a lot of work. So let's get a look at the kitchen, where the fun really begins.
All the work needs to happen in here. So, Steve, why don't you start with telling them about the flooring, which needs the most work?
Well, as you can see, we have some really nice, already redone hardwood floors throughout the house. But then it transitions to this tile that we have in the kitchen. And as you can see in the corners, the tile's starting to come up, and it's just dated. The colors don't match anything. We really would love to get that removed and go with some natural, nice finished tile that not this old acrylic or vinyl tile that's in there today.
Yeah.
Sam, talk a little bit about the appliances.
Sure. Well, as you can see, we got a little bit of a newer fridge right when we moved in. It's smaller, it's not the double doors, but we really like it because it's stainless steel. But this is a real problem in our kitchen. It's a gas stove, and it's pretty outdated. So when we first moved in, actually we had a gas leak, and we had to leave our house because it was pretty dangerous. So it's just really outdated, and we need a new one. But the rest of the kitchen, we feel like we've done the best we can. Like, we really like the way it looks, but some of the other aspects of it need a lot of work. So Steve, why don't you talk a little bit about the countertops? Those need a lot of work.
Sure, and as Sam touched on, aesthetically the kitchen is great. Sam's done a great job finishing and just doing some things just to make it nice and warm and cozy here. You can see, I have no idea what that is, but it looks good on our wall.
It's a wooden wheel.
So anyways, it's the first wheel that was ever created. But anyways, just to talk about the kitchen, we are limited to the amount of space we have, and we don't have a dishwasher in here. So we'd love some creative ideas on how to get a dishwasher into this room. We don't mind doing dishes, but we think that it could add a lot of value to our home, and I think that would be a great place to start. Also, these countertops, some of the grout is starting to wear out and also crack, and we're starting to see more and more water find its way around the sink, which starts to scare us a little bit, and we think that it might be rotting away the wood underneath it. So we'd love to get a nice finished surface. And then Sam, talk about the sink that we're really interested in.
Yeah, when we were in California last year, we saw a really cool drop-down sink. It was the farmhouse sink, so it was pretty big and nice for big pots and things. So we'd really like to get something like that. And then a newer faucet to go along with it too. So this one is functional. We just aren't in love with the way it looks.
So as you can see, I think this would be a great opportunity to bring you into our home and start a wonderful project. I think there's a lot that we can do, and luckily we have each other to work on it together on, and we're always up for a challenge. So.
Yeah. Please consider us for Renovation Realities. Thank you.
Thanks.